Big news for those seeking sponsorship in the NHS. The NHS in England has just updated its pay scales. But what does this mean for sponsorship? We'll be breaking this down, and we'll also be talking about why some roles are still ineligible for sponsorship even when they were once eligible for sponsorship. We'll also be talking about why Scotland's approach is different. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Evelyn. If you haven't subscribed yet, do well to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any video from this channel. Also share this information with everybody who might need to know, and so that YouTube can also recommend it to many other people. The NHS in England updated its pay scales and published it on May 22nd, 2025. So we'll be taking a look at this. If you remember, in March this year, some roles in the NHS were no longer eligible for sponsorship. Most Band 3 roles were eligible for sponsorship, especially in England, before the government increased the threshold for the health and care worker visa in March of this year. Initially, the threshold for health and care worker visa was 23,000, about 23,200 or thereabouts. And in March, it was increased to £25,000. That's the minimum salary threshold to be eligible for the health and care worker visa. Some roles in England as at March were below that threshold. That was not the same thing for Scotland. Now, with this upgrade that has been published, are these roles now eligible for sponsorship? I'll be sharing my screen with you so that we see what this pay update is. We'll compare this to Scotland's, and then we'll be able to figure out if these roles are now eligible for sponsorship. We can see that from Band 1, which they said is now close to new entrants, is 24,465. Band 2, well, we're not talking about Band 1, Band 2, because any role in Band 1 and Band 2 are mostly not eligible for sponsorship, except the pay is up to the threshold. For Band 3 is 24,937, and then you'll be eligible for pay increase after 2 years to 26,598. So 24,937. Why did they not just add the extra £60 or 60 something pounds to make it 25,000 at least? Well, that could also be another immigration tactics to reduce the number of migrants that are getting sponsored to work in the UK. Don't quote me, I don't know. But we can see now that Band 3 roles, the entry-level Band 3 is still ineligible for sponsorship in England. So you would have to wait 2 years to be eligible for sponsorship. So if you're in a hurry for sponsorship, this might not be your best bet. This might not work for you. What I would recommend is, if you're just coming into the UK and you're fortunate enough to get a Band 3 role, and you know that you're not running out of time, you have 2 years, you can wait 2 years, fine, go for it. But this is risky, because who knows, after that 2 years, they might increase the salary threshold again. For Band 4 is already eligible because it's 27,000. From the screen recording I have shown you, you see that from Band 4 and up, there is no issue at the moment for NHS England sponsorships on the health and care worker route. Before we go into the NHS Scotland one, I need to clarify something. When it comes to skilled workers, because I know that some people are already saying the NHS is not affected by the white paper announcement. We do not really know that yet, and I would not really like to conclude on that. I will not rush to conclude on that. On the skilled worker visa, we have two types of visa under that category. The normal skilled worker visa, which the salary threshold is 38,700. And then we have the health and care worker visa, and the salary threshold for that one is 25,000. Now, with the health and care worker visa, when you receive the email to say your visa was successful, they still call it skilled worker visa. So don't be confused. There are two categories of skilled worker visa. And for now, we cannot really conclude to say that health and care worker visa will not be affected in the long run. We just have to wait and see after it's been implemented. And some people have already said that with the NHS England increasing their pay scale, it means therefore that NHS is not affected by the white paper. Well, they might be right, but I don't want to conclude on anything that I'm not sure of, as we can already see now that entry-level Band 3 roles are not still eligible for sponsorship, even with the increase in salary by the NHS England. NHS Scotland have a 2-year pay deal covering covering 2025 to 2026 and 2026 to 2027 for categories of staff including nursing and midwives, paramedics, allied health professionals, and porters. So this is already planned out for between now and 2027. So you exactly know what to expect. Though sometimes these things change. As you can see on my screen, 2024-2025, this is represented because NHS here runs between April and March. So 2024-2025 is showing you the period between April 2024 to March 2025. So now from April 2025 to March 2026, this is the pay scale. I'm going to focus on that at the moment. We can see that band 1 and band 2 are already eligible for sponsorship. Like they have met the salary threshold. But this is not to say that NHS Scotland will issue a certificate of sponsorship to band 1 and band 2 roles. That I am not sure of. But I do know that from band 3 and up have always been eligible for sponsorship in NHS Scotland, as long as you meet the number of hours that are required for you to work in a week. Now, you can see here that from band 3, in fact, band 2, level 2, I don't have the comparison screen, or if I'm able to, I'll put the screen side by side so that you can see the huge difference between England and Scotland pay scales. Band 3 in England, level 2, is band 2. I would say band 2 in Scotland, level 1. So what you will wait 2 years to get in England is what you will get from year 1, from your level, from your entry level role as a band 2. I don't know why you people are not coming to Scotland. After 2 years in band 2, your salary moves up to 27,900, which is, I think that is the salary for a band 4 role in England. But this is band 2 after 2 years. Now let's come to band 3. For band 3, I'm still on the 2025-2026 pay scale. For band 3 entry level role, you're having 28,011. Then after 2 years, the salary moves to 30,000. 30,230. So you can see already that as at March of this year, the salary for band 3 was 28,000. But now the salary for band 3 is going to be 230. I'm becoming confused. But you can see that after 2 years in a band 3, you're almost receiving what a nurse is receiving in England. I would like to stop there because from there we already know what the rest of it is. But this is for 2025 to 2027, band 1 to band 4. So from band 5 and up, I'll just be popping them on the screen for you to see. So have you seen the huge difference, the massive difference in pay scales? So any day, anytime, I will still always recommend Scotland. I live in Scotland and I love Scotland for many reasons that I cannot say in today's video. Maybe one day I will make a video on why Scotland is different or why I chose to stay in Scotland, irrespective of what every other person thinks about Scotland. You see, with Scotland's approach, every time they increase the salary threshold for for health and care workers, I am not always bothered because by the time they increase it, Scotland has already met that threshold before they even increase it. When they increased it to 23,000, Scotland had already passed that threshold by more than 2,000. By the time they increased it to 25, Scotland still has already passed that threshold by more than 2,000 again. So even looking at these pay scales up to 2027 March, we can see that, well, by the grace of God, I'm not predicting the future, Scotland might still be able to beat that salary threshold for health and care worker visa. But I cannot say that with confidence because UK immigration rules change like every single time. Now you have all the information you need about NHS and sponsorship and salary threshold for health and care worker visas. It's up to you to decide what to go for. You know where to start looking for your jobs and you know which jobs not to go for if you are seeking to be sponsored by the NHS, whichever NHS, Scotland or England. Again, I'm wishing you all the best in your job search and until I see you in my next video. Bye for now.